Hey, this is Christine from School for Joy, and wishing you a great Thursday. And I wanted to talk. I've been talking about tapping, and I've been coming on and doing these lives, and just kind of jumping into different tapping sequences around specific issues. But I wanted to talk a little bit today about what tapping is and why I think it's so amazing. It totally changed my life. About 7 or 8 years ago, I was in a really bad place. My marriage was falling apart. I had a lot of upheaval in my life, and I really felt completely lost and untethered. And that's when I found tapping, and it helped me reduce my stress level. It helped me gain clarity around what I wanted in my life. It helped me get through my divorce and help my kids adjust. And it just completely shifted my perspective on who I am and how I see the world. So I really believe in it. I totally believe that you can change your life using tapping. It's a gateway to so many other things. And so as a tapping practitioner and a life coach, that's my foundation. That's what I use. That's where I start with people. And then as we peel back the layers, then there are lots of other things that we talk about and that I have clients do to help them move forward in their lives. But for me, it all starts with tapping. And so I wanted to just give a little bit of background on it because it is still a fairly new modality. And I think more and more people know about it, and I'll mention it to people and they'll say, oh, I've heard of that, but I'm not really sure what it is. So I wanted to just give a little bit of background today and then do some tapping. So tapping works by tapping on specific acupressure points on your body. And when you do that, you start to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which helps reduce stress in the body. So in addition to tapping on the points, while you're doing that, you're also talking about whatever it is that you're feeling. So if you're angry, if you're upset about something, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're scared, whatever it is, you start talking about it as you tap, and it helps your body start to relax. Because, most of us have heard of the fight, flight, or freeze response, which is the way that we respond to stress or imminent danger. And that is what we are wired to do. So, when you have a bear in front of you, that makes a lot of sense. But when you're living in 2021, it doesn't work so well. But what happens in our body is, depending on who you are, what your personality is like, what your life experiences have been like, you're going to go, or the particular situation, you're going to go either into fight, where you get angry and you fight back, flight, where you run in the opposite direction, or freeze, where you just stop and try and be invisible. And your system shuts down because you go into survival mode. So your body shuts down anything that takes energy that might detract from its ability to get you out of that situation. Again, it's great if you have imminent danger in front of you, like a bear, or even if you have a car coming at you, anything like that. It's really a great response. But when we're talking about day-to-day stress, what happens is that you are releasing, I just forgot the name of the cortisol. Thank you. You release cortisol, which is the stress hormone, which keeps your body up and ready to go at a moment's notice. Your breathing is heavy and a lot more shallow, and your mind slows down. So, you feel like you can't think straight, and you can't, because your body doesn't want to expend its energy on thinking about what you're going to have for dinner if you've got a bear coming at you and you need to figure out how the heck you're going to get away from that. So our body goes into fight or flight, and it really limits our ability to think clearly, to see the situation clearly, and to make good decisions, which is why when people are stressed, they often, we say they're not themselves right now. Well, because they're not. They're in that survival mode, and they really can't think straight. And so if you are living a life where you're in constant stress, where you're constantly worried about money, where you're in a relationship that's really volatile, where you're constantly worried that you're going to lose your job, or that your spouse is going to leave you, or that you're not going to be able to pay rent, you're constantly in that fight or flight state, and you can't see anything else in front of you. You can't see the opportunity that might be over here because you're so focused on what you need to do to get through your day, totally understandably, but that is preventing you from moving forward because you're constantly putting out fires. So when you start to use tapping, what you'll find is that your body's going to relax and your head is going to clear a little bit. And then you can start to think a little bit more clearly. And suddenly you think, oh my God, I talked to someone 2 months ago and they had mentioned a job opening, and I know that it was paying $10,000 more than I'm making now, and I know that I'm totally qualified. I need to go back and see if that job is still open and I should apply for it. Or, maybe when my partner talks to me like that, instead of just kind of going like this, I need to say, hey, wait a minute, that is not okay. And so when you reduce your stress level and calm down your fight or flight reaction, it allows you to think more clearly and to see the opportunities that are in front of you. Tapping can be used to deal with a lot of issues. It can help people deal with weight loss. It can help people reduce pain. It can help people shift their limiting beliefs about their lives. It can help them get over trauma. There are so many ways that you can use tapping in your life, and there are all kinds of EFT practitioners that focus on various issues that people may be dealing with that you could work with. I also want to say really clearly that tapping is not a substitute for therapy or medication or psychiatric care. So if you are dealing with something really significant, tapping is an amazing thing to do in conjunction with other mental health treatment. But if you're talking about really significant issues, you probably want to have a mental health provider working with you as well. Because, for example, I am not a therapist. I'm not qualified to help people with significant trauma. I can certainly help them just reduce their day-to-day stress, which then means that they have more energy available to work on those other things. Because we just, being stressed takes so much energy. So that's the other thing, is if you can use tapping just to kind of relax your body and release some of that energy, then you have more energy to think about, how am I going to get myself out of debt? Do I want to stay in my marriage? How can I save my marriage? What do I need to do? What do I need to do to help my child? By relaxing your body and reducing your stress, you have so many more options and so many things available to you that you don't have when you are just clenched up and totally stressed out. So it's amazing, and it is absolutely something that helps you mentally and physically, and you will just feel completely relaxed. It can help you sleep. It will change your life. So I so encourage you to give it a try. It looks a little weird. People, like I said, a lot of people don't know about it. It seems kind of woo-woo, but it totally works. It totally works. And you'll feel better. You really will. But anyway, don't take my word for it. Let's give it a try, and we're going to do some tapping now and see what you think. So what I wanted to tap on today is a sense of overwhelm, because I've just been talking to a lot of people lately, and everybody's overwhelmed, whether it's because you're a parent and you're dealing with kids, and kids are always overwhelming, and then if they are doing remote school, that's a whole other layer. The world that we live in right now with this pandemic is overwhelming. It feels like it's never ending, and there's no escape from it. So that is another layer of overwhelm. So I think overwhelm is something that we are all experiencing on some level. And as I said, when you go into overwhelm, you're in fight or flight. So you can't see anything else. So all you can think about is, what do you need to do to get through the day? And that is not a great way to live a life. It's not truly living. So I want to see if we can reduce some of that stress and just help you in the tiniest way. Just clear your head a little bit and think, you know what, I can put my feet up for 5 or 10 minutes today. I can give myself, I can give myself a break. So, okay, if you've never tapped before, no worries, you're gonna follow me. I will I will call out the points, and I will say a phrase, and you just repeat it. I'll give you time, and you just repeat it after me. Okay, so the first thing we do is we start with something called a setup statement. And a setup statement is acknowledging whatever the issue is and accepting where you are right now, because you can't deal with anything if you don't accept that it's there. So we're just accepting, here we are, we're overwhelmed, no idea what the hell we're doing. Okay, but we love ourselves anyway. Okay, so even though I am feeling so overwhelmed right now, and I cannot think straight, I choose to radically love and accept myself anyway. Even though I am feeling completely overwhelmed in this moment, I have 10 million things coming at me. I don't know what to do first. And I can't think straight. But I choose to radically love and accept myself anyway. Even though I am feeling so freaking overwhelmed right now, I don't know which end is up. I have so many things on my plate. I don't even know how I'm getting through this day. But I choose to relax and be present in my body. Okay, we're going to move to the eyebrow point, which is right at the end of your eyebrow, just above the bridge of your nose. I am so overwhelmed. Side of the eye, the other end of your eyebrow on your temple. There is so much on my plate. Under the eye, right at the edge of your eye socket. So many things that I have to do. Under the eye. Under the nose, sorry. So many responsibilities. Under the mouth. So many worries. Collarbone. It is so hard to think about anything past the next 5 minutes. Under the arm. I am so heavy and so overwhelmed. Top of the head. I don't even have time to think. Okay, so we're going to keep tapping on the eyebrow point, and you don't need to say anything. I just want you to think about all of the things that are on your plate. Side of the eye. What responsibilities do you have? Under the eye. Who are you taking care of? Under the nose. What are you struggling with? Under the mouth. What are you worried about? Collarbone. What are you afraid of? Just think about it and feel it in your body. Feel the stress. Feel the anxiety. Under the arm. What is weighing on your mind right now? All of it. Family, money, health, job, anything else, relationship. Just think about all of it and feel it in your body. Okay, top of the head. All of these heavy feelings. Ugh, God. It feels worse than it did when I started. Eyebrow point. I acknowledge all of it. All of this weight that I'm carrying. Side of the eye. And I honor it. I honor my strength. I honor my resilience. Under the eye. And I am open to letting go of this stress and anxiety. Under the nose. I choose to let go of this overwhelm. Under the mouth. I am letting go of it now. Collarbone. I can feel the stress leaving my body. Under the arm. I can feel my muscles relaxing. Top of the head. I can feel my heart rate slowing and my breathing getting deeper. Eyebrow point. I feel my mind clearing. Side of the eye. I feel a little bit lighter. Under the eye. I can take a full breath and really fill my lungs. Under the nose. I can think a little bit more clearly now. Under the mouth. And when I'm feeling more relaxed, it is easier to be present. Collarbone. It is easier to think clearly. Under the arm. It is easier to see some other possibilities. Top of the head. It's easier to just walk a little lighter. Eyebrow. To smile at the person walking by me, even through my mask. Hi. When I'm feeling lighter, it is easier to just look at the world in a slightly different way. Oh, man, I feel so much better. Under the nose. I am lighter. Under the mouth. And I am more relaxed. Thank you. Collarbone. I am just present in this moment. Under the arm. And I am open to possibilities. Really amazing possibilities. Top of the head. I choose to be relaxed and present in this moment. Life is challenging, but I am strong and I am resilient and I am open to new possibilities and ways of shifting my reality. Okay, take a deep breath. You should feel lighter and more relaxed. And even if it's 10%, that's 10% more than the way that you felt when you started. So even 10%, a 10% reduction in your stress level can completely change your day and completely change your outlook. And amazing things can start to happen. So I encourage you to try tapping. Give it a try for a week and see what happens. I guarantee you, you're going to see a shift in some way, Whether it's that you're sleeping better, you feel more relaxed, you've got better ideas, you're more productive, you've got more patience with your kids or your spouse, it will change you. I promise. So you can come back and do this again. You can check out some of my other videos on either on Instagram or on YouTube. There's more information about tapping on my website at School for Joy. Join my mailing list, and if you want to work one-on-one, drop me a line. I would love to chat and give you a free consultation, see if it works for you. And you have an amazing day. Bye.